I think you might be able to get away with mono black Aristocrats. Umbral Collar Zealot is a 4-up in the deck. This is our sack outlet. It'll let us sack stuff. Vengeful Blood Witch and of course Sephiroth are our Blood Artist. Timeline Color gives us a loop where if we have Umbral Collar Zealot and then either like 2 Vengeful Blood Witches or a Vengeful Blood Witch and a Sephiroth, then for as much black mana as we have, we can just bring the Timeline Color back, not worry about losing life to it because we're gaining the life back from our 2 guys. And just kill our opponent. You know, sometimes we can hit for 5, 6. It all depends on how much mana we have. And that could be a great little late game engine. But I'm only playing 1 color in this version of the deck because I want to make room for powerful stuff like Dark Confidant, just a 2 of, and Deep Cavern Bat is a 4 of. There's also 1 copy of Tiny Bones the Pickpocket. I feel like we made room for this, sure. And then Infestation Sage and Greedy Freebooter in the deck too. But the card that I want to try out the most is Elegy Acolyte. 4 mana for a 4/4 lifelinker. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you get a card, you lose a life. If you avoid it at the beginning of your end step, you get a 2/2 robot. So, okay, this card draws us at least 1 card a turn some of the time, you know, if we're doing combat damage. And I think it's pretty good with like Deep Cavern Bat. I think even if you wanted to play like Fairy Dream Thief, it would be pretty decent with that. You know, cheap flyers that can get in for combat damage, like in your Gix deck or your Enduring Curiosity deck. I worry about how little this deck attacks, but again, we have DCB, we have Infestation Sages, like 1/1 bug that flies, you know. So hopefully this will be a good call for this card. Ultimately, I think like Mono Black Demons might be a better deck for Acolyte. A deck with Unholy Annex and like a real curve, you know what I mean, of like powerful creatures. You get to play Preacher into Elegy Acolyte, into Annex, and like, I think that might be the better deck, but again, I kind of wanted to combine my 2 loves. You know, playing new cards I'm really excited about, and Sephiroth, and Aristocrats, so... You know, I think I really want to try this card, and I think that it might be halfway decent in this deck where it does provide fodder, at least, for Aristocrats deck. And that could be all right, so let's give it a shot. I think that Acolyte might be a really good card. I worry that we don't have a very good breadth of removal. You know, we can remove creatures in the deck to an extent. But we can't remove artifacts, we can't remove enchantments, and I think that might be a big part of our downfall here. I think other decks might also make just too much value for us to really get past, you know, like a synthesizer deck might be just too good for us, but we'll cross these bridges when we get there. I want to see how this card, specifically Elegy Acolyte, performs, but I also kind of want to see if we can pull off Aristocrats with just mono black, right? So a couple of scientific experiments being run here tonight in bronze, but let's see how well we do, guys. First game of the new standards against Aquin here, and we get to go first. That's a good sign. First game of the new standard, we get to go first. Let's go. So do we go Tiny Bones or Freebooter here? I am for Tiny Bones, I think. But if we don't draw another land, then we'll just get the other 1 drop next turn, you know. Because we have a tapped land in our hand and nothing else, land-wise. We did start on Acolyte. It's Dimir, everybody. It's our worst fear. Oh, Jador they put in their yard. So at least it's a Dimir control deck, which I know sounds weird coming from me. But I think I'd rather play against like a sort of Dimir mill list that I've never seen before than play against like the same old Dimir deck from before rotation everyone's still playing. So I'll count it as a positive, all things considered. They play tapped land here. How exactly is Tiny Bones ordered? Non-land permanent. Okay, cool. So we'll just drop Midgard this turn. Sure. Enters tapped. I could double Freebooter, but I think I'd rather color here, even though I do barely know her. It somehow was like, do you want to cast this from your graveyard? It's not in my graveyard, dude. Chill out. Okay, so opponent goes to 15. And I assume that we were just trying to get to... Ooh, white mana. They were just trying to get to a sweeper at this point. Yeah, they pass turn. We get land, so Elegy Acolyte can come down. And I probably want to play it before I attack. Wonder if it just gets countered. Make them have it, I guess. She sits on the stack. She's sitting on the table like a grapefruit. Yeah, that's gone, baby. 3 steps ahead. So we won't get to resolve it the first time we ever cast it. That feels pretty bad. I think we might run into Day of Judgment here. If they get another white mana. Bleachbone Verge was their first white mana. And we see here how well the Verges do work with Watery Graves. Yeah, Biza is what happens here. Okay, so they get to fish. Not bad. Let's Deep Cavern Bat. What you got? Yep, okay, so... Wow, Rupture and Anomaly and Rupture and Shoot the Sheriff. That's insane, man. That is a lot of cards that mill us. Well, you got any permanents in there I can actually grab? No, so I guess Tiny Bones doesn't matter. I think we went up to 15. That Biza just wrecked us. Just wrecked us entirely. Well, let's play out Freebooters here, I think. Sure, block it with the Biza. Yeah, alright. Sick. They go to 14, we go to 21. We can just play color again next turn, I guess. Old Macaulay color. Tapped land for opponent. They can mill us 14 here, and I guess they will. This is where I do wish we had like a raise the past effect. That'd be great. Also kind of wish we had more than one timeline color if they're going to do stuff like that, you know. Ooh, wow, we were going to draw 5 lands in a row. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks, opponent. Would have also gotten a Dark Confidant, though, and that would have been nasty. There is a timeline color, which was the same one as last turn. We drew a land. That's hilarious. They blasted through a 5-land pocket for us, and we still drew a land. That's really funny. So, yeah, let's color. Bing, bong, boom, Blarn. Let's get him with Bat. Did we not get him with Bat last turn? I feel like we probably should have, right? Well, what is this? Is this untapped? Yeah, so they get to Singularity Rupture next turn anyway. Might as well just bang in with the team. Yeah. No Blood Witch, though. Alright. I'm going to block, block, block. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I block, 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 and I block, block, block. So Blood Witch triggers. Blood Witch triggers. Blood Witch triggers. Freebooter triggers. Shoot the Sheriff. Do I want you? Like, will they Singularity Rupture now? I don't think I want this. I think I want to force the Rupture? I think we do, though. I think we force the Rupture regardless. You want to force the Rupture. Alright, so we can just color again. Go down to 21. And then it leaves. Here they come. And unblocks, sure. Cast it. Cast that thing, baby. Cast that big boy. Yeah, alright, Rupture. Big mills. We have 17 cards left. Opponent will go to... I don't want a land library. Stop with the lands. 17 land left, and it's still going to make sure we draw them, right? Elegy Acolyte off the top. That is a rip, son. That is a rip, kid. Alright, so we'll get him with color and draw a card, too. That's nasty. That is nasty. And this is any permanent, right? Yeah, and we'll get a 2/2. Gross. Gross. That ain't bad. So bang, they go to 4. We draw. It's a Shoot the Sheriff. We get our 2/2. Nasty. So they can just Rupture again here. And like that will suck. But you know, color might end up winning us the game here. So we're gonna put them at 2 if they just Rupture. A Day of Judgment. Okay. Alright. Now I seriously wish we had more colors in the deck. Like, color being an all-star of this game, dog. There she comes. Put him at 2. You could have killed it. Is it an outlaw? No. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, warlocks are outlaws. That's nasty. They Rupture us again, dog. All right. That's cool. They say good game. We go down to 7 cards. We'll good game them to, yeah, good game. Good first game of the season, baby. All right, dude. Timeline color. Timeline color, son. It's so good, and it's so crazy. It's an outlaw. Like, everyone's playing Shoot the Sheriff right now, so I might want to go slip more colors into this deck, dude. That's so good. It was good in that game. We'll see if it's good in other games, but that was quite the showing for a first go round. Acolyte even did the thing, you know. Like Acolyte drew us a card and got us a creature like immediately. That's amazing, dude. So good. And like that's a synergy, right? Like Freebooter, you know, it's a reason to play it in this deck at least, like over like Infestation Sage or something, because like it creates treasures. And, like treasures are easy to go to your graveyard, and that'll hit Void. So it's a thing, you know. Opponent goes, we get Tiny Bones or Freebooter into Deep Cavern Bat into Sephiroth. So not bad. This is another one of those decks where I wonder if like a Virus Beetle or something might actually be better than a Deep Cavern Bat, because like we're sacrificing stuff, and like you almost never want to sack Deep Cavern Bat. Opponent started on Snare Master Sprite and an Island, so I still wonder if it's like the blue-black Faeries deck or something, you know. Could be, because that's a real deck right now, man. Alright, Bones, yeah. We'll play Bones. Keep the Stab, because I think it's going to kill like a lot of their creatures. They're going to get the Kaito, though, probably. Well, I mean, just take it out of their hand, I guess, if we have to. Looks like they're going to use Mooval on the Tiny Bones. They may. Main phase. Move over Sally. Are you going to do it? Yeah, Fairy Fencing. So it's a blue-black Fairies. Alright, bang. We go to 19. We draw Shoot the Sheriff. Wonder if a lot of theirs are going to be outlaws. I'm not sure. There's a lot of Fairies are rogues, right? Let's see what they're cooking over there. Deep Cavern Bat. Only have 4 cards left. Barrow Naughty as lifelink. If you control another fairy, you can pump it. Okay. Spellscorn Coven. Makes us discard. They can have it's an adventure that's like remand, basically. Then Spell Stutter, which we might want to take, actually. Sure. Say go. So we've got to play around the Coven in their hand. Unless they just drew removal here. They may have. Actually, if they drew removal, that's almost ideal. Because they'll play the removal at some point on their turn. And then they won't have mana. So. Could be good. No, they just play out the Naughty. Okay. Nice. Playing out that Naughty sure was nice. So you are just a fairy. No, like, extra creature types. So, run the Sephiroth, or do we just kill their team? So, they ain't got much of a team left beyond that. I guess we wait and see if they run out the Coven next turn. So, yeah, Sephiroth's probably the answer. Sure. Sure, just get him down, you know? No. See, this is why he's not good with, like, Deep Cavern Bat. So I don't want to sack the Deep Cavern Bat. I don't know. That may have been a reason to, like, shoot the Sheriff plus Freebooter this turn to set up the Sephiroth. Maybe, but we'll see if they just play out the Coven. I think we will have won if they just play the creature half of Coven. Not, like, won the game, but we'll have won that interaction. They want to kill something. Maybe they fence the Deep Cavern Bat? That's what they're thinking about doing. Like, they could fence the Sephiroth and kill it, which is probably the better play overall. Italian Kindly Lord. Okay. What are you choosing? Whenever opponent casts a spell with a mana value power type that's equal to what? What happens? I lose 2 life, you draw a card. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go to 16 off the attack. They go to 21. Their guy has lifelink. Alright, so Fountain Port. They will definitely draw a card. We'll lose 2, but I still got to shoot down that Italian. Gotta do it. So we play Freebooter here, and then we sack it to attacking Sephiroth. Yes. Swamp. That'll be good to discard next turn. Swamp on top. Get rid of that. Stop doing that. But nice to scry first there. Whatevs. Sure. Opponent at 15. We go to 17. Keep the stab up. Be ready to discard the swamp. We have 2 cards we don't know about that could be really good. Are you going to pump? No. I'll take the 1 from Sprite here, and if they don't do anything, I'll just stab it in end of turn. Vinnie Jones. That's a good name for an opponent. Oh, Vinnie Jones. Okay, here comes the Coven. Cool. We'll discard the Swamp. Like, we drew it up. And stab the Snare Master, sure. I keep wanting to call it a Stair Master Sprite. We go to 16, they're at 15, so we're trading live totals. Our turn, it's a color. Okay. Color could be really good, right? Yeah. Let's just play that and then sack it to the Sephiroth. I like that plan. You could also attack with it. That's actually... How interesting is that? Huh? I'll attack with Bat, too. Set up the stab, dude. The same type attack bonus. Boy, I do want the card. I gotta say, I do want this card, but I will decline for now. And get in. You gonna take the bait? You're gonna take the bait. That's amazing. Alright, so let's stab the Spellscorn Coven. That's why you play stab, Bubba. That's exactly why you play stab, son. Alright, so they go to a total of 9. We go to 18. Oh, that is gratifying. Alright, so 3 cards in their hand. That's a lot. That's a lot, guys. Quick study. That's great news for us, dude. Great news. So Dream Thief comes down. Not as good news, but it's fine. Aeronauti comes in. They gain 1, they go to 10. We are at 17. We somehow got to shoot the Sheriff. The problem is they have an outlaw. They have Fairy Dream Thief, which happens to be a Warlock. So let's just pop in, man. The fun thing to do here might be to make a token with Fountain Port. I'm doing it, man. Why not? Let's just swing with Sephiroth in the timeline color. And that's it for now. Sacrifice the fish. And we basically paid 4 mana to draw a card. not so bad, I guess. We bang in. They go to 4. I'm going to drop this swamp so we actually have access to the shoot the Sheriff. If anything, it'll kill the Baronauti. They drop land. 3 cards. What are they? One of them's got to be really good. I'm counting on the idea that one of them's really good. Especially, they quick study last turn. Like, you drew something, man. Come on, Vinny. My cousin Vinny. Vinny Bag of Donuts. Let's go. Talion's Messenger. So, 1/3 flyer. Whenever you attack with one or more fairies, draw a card, discard a card. Whenever you discard a card this way, you put a +1/+1 counter on a fairy you control. Okay. Good stuff. So, don't let them get to attack step, I guess is what you're telling me. Let's kill the messenger. Literally shoot the messenger. That's funny. Opponent goes to 3. You know what? You can attack, and I'll block. I will totally block if you attack. Yeah, they do not. But they play another Baronauti, which is actually kind of interesting. We get an Infestation Sage, which is nasty. Let's play that card. Attack. I feel like attacking with all the boys, but I'm not going to do it. So you think you just double block the timeline color and gain 2? They just do that. Will they? Do you guys think they'll triple block the Roth here? David Lee Roth? Maybe. Maybe. They're at 3. Is there a way? What if I do attack with all the boys? Should be better at this particular Aristocrats math by now. I just don't care if they have Spell Stutter. At this point in the game, I really do not care. We get another Sage off the Sephiroth draw. It's our 1/1 from the first Sage. See how they make the blocks. Baronauti is like doing work. I gotta say. Alright, Dream Thief on Sephiroth. Second Baronauti on the color. So is that the worst play I've ever made in my life? Let's find out. Opponent goes down to 2. We will play another Sage. And we can sack this token to draw a card. Why does this have lifelink? Why is it so annoying that it has lifelink? They can pump it too if they want. Still have spell stutter mana? I don't know. It might be important. We just need an Umbral Collar Mage and we win the game though. It's like, just give us that card. Sleight of hand. All right. Let's re-roll that draw step, opponent. What now? Like at this point they could block up, you know? Okay, so our turn. I am going to sack a token and draw a card. And they should go to 1 here, so can we lose a creature without them gaining life? Is that a thing we can do? What are you going to do, buddy? You have things you can do. Definitely. Fencing the Sephiroth? How long have you had fencing? How long you had to... Oh, you're going to lose. You're going to lose doing that. Why did you do that, Vinnie Jones? Vinnie Jones, why did you do that? Vinnie. Vinnie, you lose a life to the... Oh, no. Does Vinnie know how triggers work? Does Vinnie know that the Sephiroth trigger's already on the stack? Like, just killing the Sephiroth doesn't get rid of the trigger? I feel so bad for Vinnie, dude. Vincent. Jeez. All right, so we're 2-0. It's a loss on their terms. Exactly. We go first against Kirby here. We finally draw Umbral Collar Zealots. How many games are we in now? And this is like the first time we've actually drawn this card. That's crazy. Good to know. Good to know. Maybe you do need Bartolome's in your deck, I think is the lesson here. Like, you need 2 of these sack outlets. Opponent starts on tapped Azorius Guildgate. What the heck does that mean? That's Umbral Collar Zealot. Swing with the booter. Oh, the joys of having a guy that holds up every phase on Arena. What you got for me, opponent? What nasty control deck are you on? Yeah, Tranquil Cove. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And an Aegis Turtle. All right. That's an Aegis Turtle. All right, so let's play Sephiroth. We'll sack the freebooter. I should have gotten my 1 damage. Boy, we draw lands, don't we? Boy, we be drawing lands, son. I guess I was just stunned by the presence of the turtle. I definitely should have attacked first and got my 1 damage. But, like, I did not expect turtle. Here comes Tranquil Cove again. Okay. So we need fodder, and all we have right now is lands. We've drawn 6 lands out of the 10 cards we've seen this game. Really like to stop doing that. Opponent plays Giada. Okay. Land. Yep. Okay. That's how we're gonna lose this one. All right. Why is it a land? Like, why did we draw that land just now? How? It's because I honestly do wonder if it's because this is obviously some like Foundations, like brand new player starting deck. I wonder if we're getting, you know, a shot of the luck right now. Little bit of that equalizer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So we draw another land. We draw another land, guys. How would you like to draw another land? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 12. We've drawn 4 actual cards this game. That's insane. Opponent goes to 16 nonetheless. Let's play this great Irishan city. We got a couple of ways to get creatures off of it, I guess. Yeah, F. F's, dude. Here comes Sarah Angel. So now we like have to shoot the sheriff for Sarah Angel. All we're drawing's land though. There's a Tiny Bones. I guess that's a magic card. this sorcery speed only? No, it is not. But it doesn't make a flyer. It makes a spirit, but not a flyer. It's really funny. We're going to lose to Sarah Angel in 2025. We're going to lose to it. Because look at all these lands. Look at the lands it is making us draw. That's something else. That is something else. That is. That really is. That counts as something else. Holy butts. That's amazing. I got half a mind to try to draw a removal spell off Sephiroth. Attacking right here. I got half a mind to do it. Like, go ahead and make the token from Arishan City, sack it to Sephiroth, see what happens, you know what I mean? Wow. Wow, we're going to lose this one. If we don't draw Shoot the Sheriff, like, we just lose to Sarah Angel. What do we do about that? Youthful Valkyrie. So, like, you are an Angels deck, you just have a turtle. What? This is all Foundation stuff. It's all just Angels. Come on in, guys. We're taking 7. You might as well attack. Yeah, come on. It's got Vigilance. That's so wild. Okay. Excellent business. All right, so we sack the treasure token to Umbral Collar Zealot to get a Surveil. We should do that. They have tapped out to play Chart of Course. So many cards in their hand. They Tranquil Cove and go to 17. All right, man. Let's... Let's get the Surveil. It was going to make us draw land. It was seriously going to make us draw land. That's nuts. That's nuts, dude. That's crazy. I'll sack the Tiny Bones. See how much I care. It was going to... I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know. Yep. Let's bend that land. It was also going to make us draw. And then, of course, as someone in chat has suggested, I was ahead of you. We're going to exile a creature to make a token, and then we'll sack that as well for a Surveil. Please be a land. Please. It was. That's amazing, dude. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 16. Holy butts, dude. That's insanity. And there's a land on top. What? I honestly think it's trying to make sure this player wins a game. I'm sorry, but I think that's what's happening right now. It is trying to make sure this player wins a game. That's insanity, dude. That's... We're getting arena, dude. Yeah, pity win. Pity win is great when it happens to you, but when you're the one drawing like literally half the lands in your deck in the top 15 cards, like oof. Oof, arena. Like, is there not a... Can you just randomize the freaking game? Let's end the turn, man. Whoo, jeez. Oh my god. This is breaking the rules of statistics. Yeah. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. They get a Vanguard Seraph, whatever the hell that is. Whenever you gain life for the first time, each turn Surveil 1. It's a 3/3 flyer. All the cards in the deck fly. So now, even if we kill the Sarah Angel, we still lose because we just have like 1,000 flyers on the table. It's like, thanks, Serena, for giving them the win. They deserve it. I'm sure it's been a rough day. I'm sure it's been a very rough day for them. We've won a few tonight. We can take it. But oh my god. Oh, dude. All right. So actually, I want to do the freebooter. It's just so wild, man. Like we have to stop drawing lands, right? Like eventually, we have to. They didn't just put every land in our deck on top of our library, right? Right? Like this is a real card, right? No, it's a land. This is a lot of fun. Honestly, this is so much fun. Oh my god. Alright, so we draw a real Magic card. It's a thing that makes us lose life when we draw cards. Good game, opponent. Oh my god. Alright, so actually I got one more thing I can do here. One more way out. Oh god dang. Alright, so let's... This is the best game of Magic I've ever played. I'm so happy for Kirby over there. Like, they are really doing it. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sacrifice the 1/1. Do a ping to them. There was a land. There was a land on top. I knew it, bro. I knew there was a land on top. I just knew it. And then I'll attack with Sephiroth. Sacrifice Dark Confidant. And draw a land. Alright, just final count. Final count before we die. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 out of 21. I would have legit uninstalled. Someone says, I keep telling you 40 lands is too many. Yeah, I probably should learn my lesson. No, we're playing like 23 in this deck. We're playing 23 and we saw 15. We saw 15 out of 23 lands. That's amazing. That's amazing, dude. Like, God. Anybody, by the way, I know it's one game, one sample size, but anybody that doesn't think there's like a thing going on, you know, like, proof for you, my friend. Like, that's insanity. Come on, man. Somebody, some math magician out there, please run the numbers on that. What are the chances of a 23 land deck seeing 15 lands in its top 21 cards? What are the actual math? What's the probability on that, dude? What's the probability? That's hell of a game for Kirby, dude. Hats off to Kirby. We go first. We got ones. Let's make it work. Make it work, designers. Give it a shot. That was insane, dude. That game. Brothers and sisters. How many cards were drawn? I don't know how many I like literally drew, if that's what you're asking, but we saw 21 cards. We saw 21 cards in the deck. Tiny Bones, I think. Well, no, we've only got 2 lands, so I guess we run out Freebooter first? Sure. I still have Math Lab installed. Oh. The old Wolfram Alpha, or whatever it's called. Alright, so we can play not tapped land this turn. That's good news. Opponent started on Fabled Passage. Fabled Passage! I don't know why I did that. Yeah, man, I'll go untapped land and Tiny Bones and Freebooter. I think it's we just fill the board. Sure. That's got to be right. Gonna pop the passage? Nah. Here comes Freebooter number 2. Gonna pop the passage? Yeah, there we go. And now you can give us information. It's a plains. I was almost sure it would be a forest. But I guess if it's the Tifa deck, they probably wouldn't do that turn 1. Alright, so it's blue-white, and they play a Miner's Guidewing. That is interesting. That is downright interesting. Alright. Keep Cavern Bat, main phase 1. See what's in that hand. Yeah, Elspeth Smite. Yeah, that's why you do that. They have a Goose Mother. It's birds. You're playing birds. That's awesome. Midgar or Arishan City? Arishan City. Swing with the team. What you got? Yeah, they're going to block that Tiny Bones. I thought so. That is what you do. Just keep in mind they have an Ambrosia Whiteheart in their hand. They can flash in this turn. Or you can just kill the DCB. No, you Goose Mom. Goose Mom's a 3/3. We can just shoot that down. Excellent. I'm not sure I'm ready to play out Midgar yet. As a matter of fact. As a matter of fact. Next turn I could play Midgar. Yeah, I could sack a greedy freebooter after attacks to the Midgar City of Mako. Get a treasure, and if I've drawn a land out of those 3 cards, I can play the land into Blood Witch, which is cute. But I want to have Blood Witch on the table when I Midgar. You know? So I don't know. I might want to draw cards, man. What if we draw an Elegy Acolyte next turn? Let's go ahead and get this down. 4th mana. 2 cards we don't know about. And a Flash 2/1. So here comes Umbral Collar Zealot off the top. I think we want to play Blood Witch. Main phase. Something's going to die. Yep, Whiteheart comes down. Right now. They don't return anything to their hand, I would assume. That's a 2/2. For the life of me, I thought this was a 2/1. Oh, and then they denial. Okay, that's something, I guess. Cool. So now we can Umbral Collar Zealot, sure. Get in with the bat. But now we have to draw. We have to draw cards. For real. But we get double Surveil if we sack a Freebooter, which I might just end up doing. No tax. Okay, well. I think I'll get at least one of these greedy Freebooters sacrificed. We gotta draw a good card in the next couple of turns. Yep, there's a Swamp. Arena's trying to do us like they did us last game. There's a Stab. That is playable. Sure. Our turn. Stab the Ambrosia? Can let me do that? Hey, sack the food in response. Sure, I guess. So they go to 16. Here, they'll go to 11 on attacks. We go to 23 and say go. Looking strong, but that could, you know, switch any second. Who knows? We're just blue-white birds over there. That's an interesting deck. None of the good green birds, you know. Oh, no, they have green in their deck. Now, they do have this Restless Anchorage open, too, so let's keep that in mind. Great Arishan City. Let's pop that off and get rid of the Freebooter from our yard. Make a Spirit. And are we good to go? I think so. We draw a land. Of course we do. Let's keep it in our hand. Just get in with the Zealot, I suppose. Sure. Need a Sephiroth or a the other guy, Vengeful Blood Witch. They're just gonna take 3 to the Zealot for now. They go to 8. Sega. You guys think maybe keeping the Swamp in our hand like freaked them out a little bit? I don't know. They just probably don't want to lose their anchorage. Saz's Chocobo. Alright. Got a land? Nope. Alright, so Great Arishan City can happen again. I think we can happen, yeah, twice more. It's nasty. City's been okay tonight. It's been an alright card. Our turn. Or, do I want to Surveil? I'd like, actually, to double Surveil. Thank you very much. So you can get Anchorage? Yeah, they have just enough mana for Anchorage. I really want to draw good cards here. Like we've got to draw Blood Witch or something. Fountain Port ain't bad. Fountain Port ain't bad, really, but we're getting fodder for Arishan City now. There's a land. Don't want that. Thank you. Probably going to draw one anyway. Our turn. It's a Stab. That's pretty good, again. What do you guys think that card is in their hand? I'm swinging with the team here. So we have Stab up. Putting all my faith in Stab, dog. Come on over. Come on over, baby. We got 2 people with this tonight. How is it possible? All right, so you're going to cast the counterspell? We've got mana. All right. Alrighty. Bang. All right, so Stab has killed 2 of our opponents tonight. Stab has won us 2 games, man. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so we rank up. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hadn't played ranked in a month, a solid month. Of course, we're bronze. Do I want to switch to a different deck here? We're an hour 46 in. I want to get another half hour, something like that. And we may still have to cover SummerSlam predictions. We got to do that.